Good morning, everybody. And here I am in my hotel room again. I do this for my job, But I just thought I'd just, ans I just thought I'd let you know why I decided to sell my house to begin with, and the reason behind my madness, so to speak. Um, as we all know, the housing industry kind of like took a dump in 2008, and I waited quite a few years before I bought another house. I had to sell the old house that I had because after the housing market took a dump, um, I was living in a home that I was paying way too much money for, and had no way out. And it was back in the day when you could get a loan based on stated income if you had really good credit, which my credit's always been really good. So I told them I made X amount of money and was able to get this X amount of money house. But unfortunately, I couldn't keep it up. So I ended up having to sell it. I didn't, I lost like, I don't know, 20 or $30,000. That's the only time I ever lost money on real estate, but it was a real big hit for me. So after that, for like, I don't know, till about 2014 or something like that, I lived in apartments. And so even for a couple of years before that, while living in apartments, I had a couple of jobs. My wife and I worked together, and we were live-in managers we did a storage facility for like 2 years, and then we worked for kind of like an old folks home, a retirement center, which turned out to be not so good. Anyway, so 3 years ago, the market just seemed to be at the rock bottom, and we bought the nicest house that we could afford at the time, in an area that I don't really like, which was Waterbury, but we live in a good section of Waterbury called Town Plot. And so we bought a house that somebody was an amateur, and the remodeling business decided to, watch too many of those home improvement shows, where you know, fix it or sell it or whatever. But anyway, he bought this house from a guy that passed away from his estate, bought it dirt cheap, and he remodeled everything. The floors were already done, put ceramic tile in the kitchen, in the bathroom, hallways, you know, uh, put new siding on the house and all that. The only thing that we did when we got the house is we did put a new roof on it, and it cost us like $10,000 for the new roof. Now, we purchased this house for $112,000 or something like that. But over the 3 years that we've had it, there's been things that happened. And the first thing that happened was because we bought the house at such a low price, we had a low mortgage. And so we were able to pay more on our mortgage every month. And so that brought our mortgage down. I think right now we owe like $104,000 on the home. And another thing that happened is now the real estate prices are starting to go up. Right now my house is worth about $130,000. So just in the last year we've gained equity of $26,000, which is pretty darn good. And so I figured that the housing market now is on the uprise. Is the time for anybody that wants to invest in real estate to do so. So that's why we decided that we're going to take our step now, and we're going to sell our house. And it's not even the top of the market, and we could probably make more money if we hung on to the house for a little while longer. But we want to take the opportunity to get into a home down by the shore before the housing market gets outpriced for us, so we can get into a house that is costs about $200,000 or even $150,000, $175,000, where I know in about 3 or 4 years those houses are going to be outpriced for us. And right now it's prime time for us to do so. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So now that I've shared this with you, I'm going to show you what has happened. I did a video yesterday. We got our MLS information back. I just was too tired after work to post it, and so I'll show you what happened here in a second. Hello everybody, this is Ray coming back at you with another video. I always say that. Anyway, yeah, as you recall, yesterday I did the paperwork to put my house on the MLS and list it for sale. And then I did another video on, buyer versus seller, having an attorney and all that stuff. Today I got my package back from the real estate or the listing agent, and I just want to show you what I got. So first of all, this is the first email that I got congratulating me on the MLS work is all done. And so they want me to, I can download the PDF of the listing. I believe that's what that is. Let me download it and find out. And I'm going to put it in there. And I'm going to save it. Okay, so that's that, and it said your listing data has been received, and listings are typically posted within 24 to 48 hours. So now, then the next email that I got was this one from Mr. Green, and it says, here's a copy of your listing as it appears in the MLS. And this is the listing right here. And this is my house, and this is all the data that I gave him yesterday on the home that I own that I'm selling, and this is what you got to do to get your house onto the MLS. And here's all the pictures that I put on there. There's like 25 pictures showing the brand new roof. I got a new shed in the back, the big backyard that I have. This is the inside of the house with the tile floors. This is the living room. This is the finished wooden floors with bay windows. This is the bathroom, one of the bathrooms. And this is another picture of the bathrooms here. And this is our bedroom. This is like a super king bed. These are the floors into the bedroom. And this is the hallway going to the bathroom from the bedroom. As you can see, tile floors there. And this is our big old closet space here. You can fit a lot of stuff in the closets. This is our bathroom down in the basement, which is the half bath. Brand new water heater that we have there. Brand new furnace and stairs that were rebuilt going up from the basement. And this is our sump pump. Does get water down here some, but that sump pump takes care of it. Brand new dryer with our new windows that we put in, and this is a Bilco door that needs to be replaced, but it's secure right there. Another new window. We put in a total of 3 new windows. This is another window that we put in, and so that's all the pictures that we took. So there it is. Then another email that they sent. This is a snapshot of our property, which is saying that the average asking price is $156. We listed ours for $121.9, which is far below the average asking price for a three bedroom, 1.5 bath. Average sold price is 3% below the asking. So if that's the case, then we're going to sell our house probably around 119, 118, something like that. Average days on the market, 3 months, 92 days. So anyway, and these are some of the houses. Like this is our house right here, 121,999, and so a house that's comparable. This is only 3 bed, 1 bath. They're asking 134. So our house probably sell for faster than these houses, and the fact that our house is practically all remodeled, so that will help us sell our house. And another thing that we got from them was this right here. So it tells you when your house is on the MLS. You have to do these things
as they happen. Like I told you before, you need to have a lawyer to help you. And what a lawyer does is make sure that all this stuff is done and that all the regular documents that need to be filed through the city and stuff like that are done in a timely manner. But as soon as you have an offer on your house, you have to let these people know because they're your listing agent. It's like you don't have an agent, so you have to let these people know. The anticipated closing date, the buyer's agent name, and the buyer's agent office, and do you want to continue to show your house for backup offers? Which I absolutely, until you have a solid contract, I would absolutely have people come looking at your house for backup offers. Sometimes you get multiple offers, which drives the price up depending on the house that you're trying to sell and um, the value it holds, and if you're in a desirable area or not. Then once your house sells, you definitely have to let them know the sales price, closing date, buyer's agent name, and the buyer's agent's office name. And I do believe you do have to send them a copy of the HUD statement. That's the closing statement. Um, and then you can also search for a new house on the MLS right here. So that's what has happened so far. Oh, I forgot to show you something else too. Also, I have been in contact. Let me go back here. So I've been in contact with this real estate agent, Greg, right here. And as you can see in my first things, he got back to me, and I was looking at a particular house down in West Haven, Connecticut. Obviously, it's a foreclosure, and the tenants haven't moved out yet, so the bank's having a problem doing that. Okay, just so you know, I'm interested in buying a property, but I'm just in the process, and I tell you, my reasoning for doing this because, you know, he was asking me, do I want to wait till I sell my house before I start looking for another one? But here's the thing. If you wait till you sell your house, at closing, the people are going to want to move into the house. They closed on the house, they paid the money, and, they want to move in the house. So you got to move out. Now, if you don't have no place to move into, you're going to have to rent an apartment. Now, usually when you rent an apartment, it's for a year lease. So you got to wait a year. So now you have to move into an apartment for a year. In the meantime, you're looking for another house, and say 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road, you find a house that you want to buy. But you're still only, 3 months into this lease, you still got 7 months to go. And you're legally obligated to pay for that lease, whether you move out the third month or the fourth month. You're still going to have to pay that lease for the rest of the year because you're under contract. So my method to my madness is say, hey, I just put my house on the market. I don't know how long it's going to take to sell my house. The average is 90 days. So in that time, the chances are of me finding a place and actually putting an offer in and then going through all the closing process is going to take between a month to 2 months. So, if I got to temporarily live someplace for 30 days or whatever, I'll do that. I'll put my stuff in storage and we'll just tough it out for a little while until we can move into the house that we want to move into. But in my experience, and I'm not saying this happens to everybody, but I've been kind of lucky. I've been to two closings in one day twice. Where I've sold my house, I bought another house, and I closed on my house in the morning and closed on my next house in the afternoon. It's a wonderful thing when that happens, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. That is just the progression of what's going on right now, and I'll keep you all in the loop. And so let's let's uh, let's look out for the next video. Okay, it should be interesting. So just keep watching.